What does the Churchill Cup give to the likes of Canada and the US, both of whom are playing here on Saturday?
It gives us a chance to look at some different combinations leading up for the World Cup here, and also play against some top quality competition. I mean, Italy A is a great team; they have a professional outfit, and all the other teams in the tournament are quite good too. So it's a good starter for us to try some combinations and get things going.
Is it a slightly different experience as well for some of you guys who maybe haven't necessarily been on a tour before?
Yes, I think so. It's good for the young guys to get some exposure. To come over here and play against some great teams like this, they're usually just playing amateur or teams back in Canada, so it's good to get over here.
Are you able to pass on some tips in terms of playing an Italy A squad on Saturday that includes the likes of Bortolami, guys who've got a lot of experience at international and Heineken Cup and Premiership?
Absolutely. I mean, all those players over there are quite good, and like I said, they're a professional outfit out in Italy, and they know all their stuff. So it's great to play against all those players and see what they have.
And in terms of the lasting experiences, have you got guys who are looking forward to playing at a venue like this? At a Premiership ground. As you say, you maybe used to playing amateur rugby in Canada to coming over and playing in not just here but Gloucester and Worcester as well.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure the boys, some of the younger guys, when they run out of that tunnel and then see the atmosphere and see the actual field they're playing on, they're going to be maybe not too overwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed, but I mean they're going to love the experience.
Does if you're in North America, do you get to watch much of the Premiership and Heineken Cup?
All the time, yes. We see it on Setanta, so I see all the highlights, all the games on the weekend, and look for some tips and some tidbits, and so we can use that when I come over here.
Yeah, and that's the thing in terms of a global game now, in terms of club rugby, it really has a profile that it maybe didn't have 5-10 years ago.
It did, yeah, exactly, and it's amazing like that. So I can see Super 15, I can see Premiership rugby, I can see everything over there, and kind of work on my skills from over there.
In terms of the just going back to the touring for a second, is that are guys a little bit overwhelmed maybe in terms of coming over and facing this kind of opposition?
I don't think so. A lot of the guys have some international experience, whether it was previous Churchill Cups or other internationals, and of course sevens as well too. So I think some of the guys are quite used to playing on a larger stage, and coming over here shouldn't be any different.
How is it? Have you played sevens yourself in terms of the IRB Talk?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
What's that like?
Amazing. It's great. The tournaments are just absolutely amazing. In Wellington, Hong Kong, are just huge venues and tons of people there. And you're under the microscope a little bit, but it's just a great experience to go.
And in terms of Canada developing as a nation, it's obviously ongoing, and World Cup coming on in 4 years' time. Okay. How important is the development between the two World Cups, and what do you think can be done to help that a little bit?
Well, development is massive in between those. Of course, the Churchill Cup is big. The World Cup is a big culmination. But in between there, it's basically getting the kids when they're younger into the sport. You see countries all over the world, like England, New Zealand, kids are starting, 4 or 5 years old, whereas in Canada, some of them get a little bit of a later start. So it's just developing the younger players and bringing them up through, and getting them into playing international teams.